because the child's crying disturbed the other passengers. The woman took him to the toilet to avoid the noise. But just as she was about to return to her seat, the plane suddenly shook violently. When she was about to fall, a man named Fatim caught her just in time. The woman was terrified and lost her senses, praying constantly for God to protect her and her child. She had no idea it was just normal turbulence. Suddenly, everything became calm again. She then realized she was in the arms of a strange man and immediately blamed him for being presumptuous, completely forgetting how panicked she had been moments before. But when she tried to go back, she found that no one there wanted her. Fatim then invited her to sit beside him. Soon after, Zeno fell asleep. Taking the chance, Fatim gently held her child in his arms. As a new mother, Zeno did not notice what had happened. Fortunately, Fatim had no bad intentions. He let the child listen to music and asked the flight attendant for a cup of milk. They got along surprisingly well. When Zeno woke up, she was shocked, but relieved to find her child was safe. After learning that Zeno was a single mother, Fatim suddenly had a bold idea. Once the plane landed, he asked Zeno to become his wife for 6 months. He had been pressured non-stop by his parents to get married, and had no other choice. Faced with this strange man, Zeno originally planned to refuse. But at that moment, her heart softened instantly, and she agreed to his proposal. When Zeno arrived at Fatim's home, she was utterly stunned. The entire mansion was extremely luxurious, and even the wash basins were made of pure gold. However, her arrival was not welcomed by Fatim's family. They had already chosen a fiancé for him. Zeno, however, did not care at all. She placed the baby on the table, handed Fatim's father a phone playing cartoons, and gave the used diaper to Fatim's mother, doing her best to act as a dutiful wife. Since they already had a child together, the family had no choice but to accept the situation. During the night, Zeno's son suddenly developed a high fever. She panicked and rushed to take him to the hospital. The grandmother heard the noise and hurried over. Though she seemed cold and indifferent on ordinary days, as soon as she saw he was sick, she quickly helped the child cool down physically. She then urged everyone to call a doctor immediately. After medical treatment, the child finally fell asleep peacefully. Zeno's anxious heart finally calmed down. After several days of living together, every member of the family gradually grew fond of the lovely child. They held him in their arms all day, unable to put him down, and even began discussing what name to give him. On the other hand, Zeno woke up suddenly and found her child was gone. She quickly woke Fatim and rushed downstairs to look for him. She found her child being held and played with by Fatim's younger sister. Zeno felt relieved and softly called her son's name, but no one could have expected. The moment the whole family heard the child's name, they all froze on the spot, because the name was exactly the same as Fatim's grandfather. They believed this was undoubtedly a divine arrangement.